क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोहः सम्मोहात् स्मृतिविभ्रमः स्मृतिभ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशो बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति. Hello friends, welcome to my channel All Things Spiritual. In today's video, we will look at another verse from the Bhagavad Gita, and that deals with the next stages of anger that cause delusion in the jiva. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. The meaning of the verse is that from anger, complete delusion arises, and from delusion leads to the bewilderment of memory. When memory is bewildered, intelligence is lost, and when intelligence is lost, one falls down. Anger leads to a delusional state, and a deluded state is like being hypnotized, and who is hypnotized doesn't know what truth is and what is false. This state destroys the person's intelligence. He forgets the good deeds done by the other person in his anger. When he forgets this, he loses his reasoning power as well. When he loses his reasoning power, he is as good as dead. It is because the reasoning power alone differentiates a man from an animal. Why does a jnani or a wise man never get angry? Why he or she never gets deluded? The main reason to the fact is that such an energy or such an emotion can only be manifested through the lower chakras of the jiva. A jnani or a peaceful person needs to expend his energies in the negative direction to get into a negative territory. An example I could give is like a well with water to be drawn from it with the help of a bucket, and if the rope is shorter, the bucket won't reach the mass of water. It's the same with accessing the earthly negative energies that are present within the jiva. A jnani has a shortened rope to these negative emotions, so he or she then moves upwards, and the lower emotions then cease to exist due to moving beyond negativity, and this process continues to breach the chakras, and finally the jnani reaches the crown chakra to visit the 1000 lotus petal and experience nirvikalp samadhi. Let alone the state of nirvikalp samadhi. Are we even able to control our anger and cursive language at all? So many emotions are dancing in the mind of the jiva. He has absolutely no control on his anger also. Take for example of an only tailor shop in a village. Once in a village lived a tailor who was an only tailor in a village, and all people of the village used to come to him to get their clothes stitched. Because of this, he used to earn a lot. The tailor knew that the villagers had no option but to come to him to stitch clothes, and then he became arrogant. If someone would come to him with a complaint regarding his stitching of clothes, he would misbehave and get into an argument with them. People were upset with him but still had to go with him because there was no other option. One day a poor woman came with her child to the village and started living there. She only knew sewing work, so in search of work she went to the tailor and requested him to hire her in his shop, but he refused and drove her away. Seeing no other way to earn her living, the woman bought a sewing machine and a small room with money, and she started sewing work in the village. Her sewing was good, and she was a very soft-spoken and friendly person. So the people of the village started going to her to get their clothes stitched. Her sewing work started to grow, and in a short time, everyone in the village started going to that woman. Due to non-availability of customers, the tailor's source of income then stopped. Whenever he saw the woman, he would get filled by jealousy and anger. Seeing him upset, one day the tailor's wife went to that woman and said to her, "Since you came, no one comes to my husband's shop for stitching clothes. Two tailors cannot earn well together in the small village. If you agree, I would like to buy your shop." The woman agreed to sell the shop. The deal was settled for 50,000. After taking the money, she left the village with her child the same evening. The tailor, who was filled with jealousy and anger, went to that woman's shop the same night and set the shop ablaze. The shop started burning and everything turned into ashes. When the wife came to know about this, she went to him and said, "What have you done? I met her and made her a deal. I offered her to buy her shop for 50,000 and leave the village. She agreed and left that evening itself. You have set fire to your own shop." When the tailor heard that, he realized what his mistake had been, and now he could do nothing about it. Another instance that comes to my mind, and I also discussed this in my Buddha's video on the beggar with a touchstone, and I will link it above so that you can view it. The beggar abused and insulted Buddha. Buddha listened quietly. Buddha wanted the man to give back to the world once he had received the touchstone that could turn anything into gold. But due to being delusional, the beggar couldn't really understand Buddha's words. And then when he witnessed the touchstone in action, he just fell over and died. Buddha gives a moral, and it's very important to note. Buddha said that the touchstone is actually like happiness. Just like how iron can be turned into gold just by a touchstone, in a similar way, the amount of happiness is the only truth in our lives. And one who doesn't know such a happiness in his mind is a beggar. The touchstone of happiness helps our minds to blossom, brings contentment, and helps us to win over a lot of battles of our lives. I sent forth myself to try and help him out, but due to him being a half-wit, whatever wisdom I tried to give him, he felt very averse to it. This was due to his inferiority complex that his ego had elevated, and due to the clouding of his mind and not listening to me, the beggar was miserable and God tried to help him. But due to his discontented nature, he couldn't even realize the help that God has sent him. Therefore, a man with a cheerful countenance carries the sunshine of happiness within him. An angry man causes harm to others and his own body, and he suffers and makes others suffer. How did you like the video on the Bhagavad Gita verse 2.63? Please do let me know in the comment section below. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video.